The Bold and the Beautiful preview for the week of December 15th reveals Bill Spencer will give Katie Logan an extravagant wedding gift. Also coming up, Hope Logan will clash with Steffy Forrester. Plus, Thomas Forrester will return, putting Deke Sharp's position in jeopardy. B&B spoilers tease Thomas will walk into the Forrester Creations showroom, followed by Steffy, Zenda Forrester, and Ridge Forrester. He'll point to the runway. "That's where I need to be," Thomas tells them in the B&B weekly preview. So, Steffy will make a major decision about Hope Logan's fashion line. She'll tell her Thomas will once again be the lead designer on Hope for the future. However, Hope will push back on the edict. "You can't make business decisions because you're uncomfortable around my brother," Steffy will say to Hope. She'll point out Deke has fresh ideas and say there has to be room for her brother. "There isn't," Steffy will reply. But how is Hope going to break the news to Deke? And will she back down and agree to work with Thomas again? The entire scenario could be moot in the end, considering what Dollar Bill is about to do. Finally, it seems Katie's hesitation, when Bill asked her to marry him right then, in front of their friends and family, won't last long. By the time the couple end up at Spencer Publications, the same night, Katie will be flabbergasted when he shows her a runway on a monitor. "This is my wedding present to you, your own fashion house," Bill will tell her. "A fashion house?" she'll ask. Then she'll pull him into a smooch. So, will Hope, Deke, and possibly even Eric Forrester end up working there? Stay tuned. Hey B&B fans, are you enjoying the latest CBS Sudser Beyond the Gates? Then make sure you join our free Facebook group. Keep reading the Soap Scoop, your source for the latest soap opera spoilers and B&B spoilers and news. And make sure to also join our B&B Facebook group. But if you miss an episode, don't fret. You can watch The Bold and the Beautiful online at cbs.com. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that John Finnegan and Steffy Forrester Finnegan's next blow-up will be revealed. So will Taylor Hayes' scandal cause some marriage drama? Steffy and Finn managed to stay strong despite all the Luna Nozawa chaos that erupted following her escape. Now that Luna's gone, Finn and Steffy expect it to be smooth sailing from here on out. However, that's just not realistic on a soap like B&B. Steffy and Finn will inevitably face another round of marital conflict sooner or later, so there's a good chance Sheila Sharp will be part of the problem. Sheila has made herself an issue plenty of times since her mother-son connection to Finn was exposed. That said, Steffy's own mom could also play a role in the next mess that's brewing. It looks like Taylor and Deacon Sharp may eventually cross the line together. It takes two to tango, so Taylor may face backlash for her part in an affair if one happens. This could easily lead to some tension between Finn and Steffy, especially since she's such a big Taylor defender. Taylor can practically do no wrong in Steffy's eyes, so she may justify her mother's actions if she crosses the line with Deacon. Steffy might argue that it's only natural for Deacon to be drawn to a wonderful woman like Taylor when he's married to Sheila, who's always teetering on the edge of insanity. Finn, on the other hand, may think Taylor's wrong for surrendering to temptation with Sheila's husband. Deacon will surely get some blame as well, but Finn may think Taylor should know better than to provoke Sheila like this and invite more danger. Of course, Steffy could argue that if Sheila were a sane woman without sinister, deceptive tendencies, then Deacon wouldn't have strayed in the first place. We might see Steffy spin everything around to avoid blaming Taylor for any of it and cause some friction with Finn in the process. Finn would never defend an unhinged response from Sheila, but he surely won't like it if Taylor helps Deacon cheat on his bio mom. That's just begging for trouble and could upend all their lives. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say dreadful news could be brewing if Taylor and Deacon push Sheila too far. So stick with us for updates on all the wild stuff to come. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Thomas Forrester may bring a Christmas miracle. Will Thomas fix Ridge Forrester and Eric Forrester's broken bond this year? Thomas indeed has a Christmas comeback on the way, so that's important to keep in mind. As the show gets into the holiday spirit, Thomas may play a key role in bringing the Forrester family together. B&B fans know Eric and Ridge had a major blow-up at Forrester Creations recently. Although Eric ultimately settled down and accepted Ridge's decision to push him toward retirement, he was still angry and hurt. At the same time, Eric feels a bit guilty about some of the things he said to Ridge during that heated confrontation. Likewise, Ridge has been having some second thoughts about how he handled everything and is now questioning if he did the right thing. Both Ridge and Eric still love each other, so there's still time for them to truly patch things up before Christmas. Maybe Eric and Ridge could even reach a compromise this holiday season. Since Thomas adores both his dad and granddad, he may make it his mission to fix this once he's back in the picture. Thomas could be the source of this year's Christmas miracle if he helps Ridge and Eric find a solution they can both agree on. Of course, it might be a team effort with Steffy Forrester Finnegan now that she's found Eric's amazing sketches. Steffy might tell Thomas about those and leave him determined to make sure Ridge sees the new designs too. Thomas might mention the sketches to Ridge and pressure Eric to show them off. This could lead to Eric contributing to the couture line after all, and perhaps promising he won't overdo it with a ton of other work. Ridge might as well put those extraordinary sketches to good use at Forrester Creations, and could easily do that once he knows they exist. Whatever the case, the bold and the beautiful spoilers say, Thomas' homecoming could help bring the Forresters together. So stay tuned for updates on whether he'll bring great news for Eric and Ridge. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that he might not be the nice, easygoing guy that everyone clearly thought he was. Of course, we are talking about Eric Forrester. Now that he's being pushed out of Forrester Creations by his own son, Ridge Forrester, there's a good possibility that he might go dark. In other words, he's going to turn into the villain that no one knew he really was. But that's not to say that he's doing something malicious. Instead, he might just end up starting his own fashion house if he's forced to step away from Forrester once and for all. It goes without saying that the internet certainly had a lot to say about where this storyline might be going for Eric Forrester. Some fans of the soap wrote comments on social media such as, Eric and Stephanie raised Ridge as heir apparent. This is really about them both raising an entitled person. Stephanie indulged Ridge. Eric taught Ridge he wouldn't have bothered if he didn't believe Ridge could make it. Eric has business and kids, and they will work for the company. It's a bit of a circle. Brad Bell doesn't write well anymore. They can't hire a family for stories. FFS. Will has a beach house on the only cloudy stretch of Malibu. Another critic of the show wrote, maybe Steffi will use her shares to side with Eric. Nothing they say or do is without reason. Having the majority stockholder admiring Eric's work today means something. I just can't believe they're running this tired storyline again so soon. And then there was this comment as well. She keeps talking about their special relationship. Well, in this case, she can do something and back him up and boot her daddy out. It goes without saying that the bold and the beautiful fans will simply have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. B&B airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. In the meantime, drop us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. There's no doubt that a lot of people can see this coming. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say there's a very good chance that Eric Forrester and Katie Logan are soon going to join forces, and viewers of the show can certainly figure out what that means. Both Eric and Katie have been pushed out of Forrester Creations for two separate reasons, which might actually prompt them to start a fashion house of their own. As many the bold and the beautiful fans are keenly aware of by now, Ridge Forrester has basically been pushing his father out the door, and in the cruelest of ways, too. He keeps telling Eric that it's time for him to retire, and that his designs just don't look as good as they used to. Who even says that to their own father? Katie, meanwhile, has been feeling very frustrated. All she needed was a little time off from the company, and instead, a PR firm came in and basically did her job for her. Katie now feels like she doesn't have a voice, which might prompt her to tell Eric exactly how she feels about the situation she has been put in. Before you know it, Eric and Katie are going to join forces to start their own fashion house. Forrester Creation is going to have the kind of competition that they wouldn't have otherwise expected, and from their own family members too. But then again, this is what Ridge wanted to see happen, right? He wants complete control of Forrester. What he doesn't realize, though, is that all of this is going to backfire on him, and in the worst way, too. Watch this space as there's so much more to come, It goes without saying that the bold and the beautiful fans will simply have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. B&B airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. In the meantime, drop us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B&B right now. Come back here often for the bold and the beautiful spoilers, news, and updates. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that she might be gone right now. But does that mean she's going to be gone forever? That's what a lot of fans want to know when it comes to Luna Nozawa. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. There's heavy speculation that suggests that Luna, who was on the run from prison, is now dead after she went head-on into traffic, while the police and just about everyone in this fictional town of Los Angeles searched for her. But if there's anything that we've learned about the bold and the beautiful over the years, it's that you are never really dead, even after they gave you a well-deserved send-off and funeral. After all, Luna's grandmother, Sheila Carter, has died how many times on the show now? That's why there's heavy speculation that suggests Luna is going to come back sooner rather than later. In fact, the bold and the beautiful spoilers even predict that Luna might come back in time for Will Spencer and Electra Forrester's wedding. And what would make it even more wild is if Luna did so with Will's child in her hands. Sure, Luna might have said that she had miscarried their baby, but is there anything that viewers can trust from her at this point? Probably not. No one even knows if she is truly dead. Luna turned out to be one of the most exciting villains that the soap has had for a very long time, so for her to be completely dead would leave a lot of holes in some of the current storylines, right? Watch this space for more. Needless to say, B&B fans will have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. In the meantime, let us know what you think by leaving us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Friday, December 12th, reveal that Katie Logan will get an engagement surprise when Bill Spencer pops the question after the reception. Now that Liam Spencer and Hope Logan Spencer are officially married, it's time to celebrate with a fun post-wedding party. There'll be more speeches as Liam and Hope begin their new chapter as husband and wife. Hope and Liam will enjoy a bottle of bubbly on Friday's B&B episode, so they'll share some toasts with their guests and get plenty of well wishes. Deacon Sharp will be one proud papa as he continues to watch Hope on her big day. As for Sheila Sharp, she calmed down by the time she left Taylor Hayes' office. That could be good news for Liam and Hope while their reception is still underway. Taylor encouraged Sheila to go home instead of crashing the marriage festivities, so Sheila may take the doc's advice in the end. Once the wedding reception is over, Bill will reflect on what a wonderful time everyone had. Bill will be grateful to be back together with Katie and sharing warm family moments under his roof. Although Bill will be on cloud nine, he'll hint about one thing that could make all this even better. Bill will ultimately get down on one knee and play up how much he wants to make Katie his wife again, so she'll be taken aback over this marriage proposal shocker. Katie will definitely be caught off guard as Bill makes his offer of marriage, but she may decide to cave in. Since Katie's decision to surrender to a Bill reunion has worked out so far, she may choose to take the remarriage leap with Bill soon enough. While Katie and Bill have a private engagement moment, Liam and Hope may have a private moment of their own as they kick off the rest of their wedding night alone. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Hope and Liam will look forward to the rest of their lives together, so stay tuned for updates on what's ahead for these two. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Friday, December 12th, 2025, tease quite an eventful wedding reception for Lopi. Hope Logan is now Hope Logan Spencer again after marrying Liam Spencer for the fourth time. It was a beautiful living room ceremony, as nobody can ever get married anywhere else, no matter how wealthy they are. Oddly enough, there are barely any Forresters in attendance. Kelly Spencer was there, and Brooke Logan, since she is married to Ridge Forrester. Where was Kelly's mother, Steffy Forrester Finnegan? Who knows? But she wasn't at her sister wife's wedding. Everything seems to go off without a hitch, as Beth Spencer marries her parents with her brother, Douglas Forrester, also there. Hope and Liam can't believe they found their way back to one another on such a perfect day. But will something go wrong very soon? Sheila Carter was butthurt when she learned she wasn't invited to her own stepdaughter's wedding. She nearly had a cow in Taylor Hayes's off knee and years, not understanding why nobody could accept her when she swears she has changed and shown she has changed. Little did Sheila know that a child didn't want her there, and that is why she wasn't invited. Beth is deathly afraid of Sheila after hearing so many bad things about her. She doesn't like that Sheila is her step-grandma, and she didn't want her anywhere near her parents' wedding. Is Sheila about to crash the wedding and cause problems that could lead to the end of her marriage? Or does she stay put and take Taylor's advice? Perhaps someone else crashes the reception. Where is Douglas's dad? Did he send Douglas back to Los Angeles by himself, or is Thomas Forrester somewhere lurking? Hope and Liam's happiness seems too good to be true, so something has to get in their way, right? Why not introduce a new old triangle immediately? Tune in to all new episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful weekdays on CBS. To see how these stories play out, The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that she usually has an opinion on just about everything, but for some reason or another, she's keeping quiet about this. Of course, we are talking about Steffy Forrester, and why she might be quiet when it comes to Ridge Forrester's treatment of Eric Forrester. Ridge is basically making it known that it's time for Eric to retire and that his designs aren't even good enough for Forrester Creations anymore. But it's coming off as downright cruel, and for some reason or another, Steffy isn't sticking up for her beloved grandfather. Clearly, the internet had a lot to say about where this storyline might be going. Some fans even commented with, "I was livid to see everyone standing around Wobi so saying a word." Steffy is in the next room and sees what Eric was working on and was impressed. But does she go say something to Ridge? No! What terrible writing! Another critic wrote, "Steffy speaks her mind most of the time, even when it is unwarranted. I'm banking on her doing it this time. She was pretty moved by seeing those drawings. I don't see her staying quiet about it." And then there was this comment as well. Ridge and Brooke are insufferable when they're both together. They act like they're this major power couple and are on a power trip as if they're superior to everyone. I was disgusted to see this episode today. The way no one said anything except for Daphne, who has been there for 2.5 seconds. The end was so hard and heartbreaking to watch. It goes without saying that the Bold and the Beautiful fans will simply have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. B&B airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. In the meantime, drop us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Ridge Forrester is clearly being very intolerable, especially when it comes to his treatment of his father, Eric Forrester. Ridge is basically pushing his father out the door at Forrester Creations, and that's because he thinks that Eric is way past his prime and simply shouldn't be the CEO anymore. Not only that, but Ridge also thinks it's time for Eric to just retire his designs, too. Why is he suddenly turning on his father like this? That's what everyone wants to know. Clearly, many B&B fans had a lot to say about this pairing on the internet. Some even took to social media to comment with, "I don't see anything wrong with Eric designing at the company he founded." Ridge is against it because he wants the credit for everything and doesn't want to share it. I certainly can understand he misses the work and doesn't want to be 100% retired. Another critic wrote, "It's amazing how many people misunderstand that Ridge doesn't have a problem with Eric designing. He has a problem with all the stress that comes with going back to the groundwork. Deadlines to fit design into fashion lineup, sleepless nights just trying to think up designs, and him nearly dying from it not too long ago is why Ridge is stopping him." And then there was this comment as well. Eric isn't just asking to simply design, he wants the whole experience again. Ridge is already rushing a lineup, and to include his father into that rush and stress now of all time is why he is against it. Eric could have asked any other time when it was calmer, but he now only asks when the pressure is high. He is an adrenaline junkie for fashion, but he likes the pressure. It goes without saying that the Bold and the Beautiful fans will simply have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers show that Luna Nozawa was the victim of an accidental car crash after she escaped from jail. As we have learned, Miss Dillon hit her by accident, and honestly, something doesn't feel right. We smell some funny business in the air. Let's break down this suspicious plotline. Is there more to sweet, tortured Dillon? Someone has to step into Luna's stilettos, and here are 3 reasons that may hint that Dillon is not on the up and up. 1. Dillon is completely overwhelmed with guilt, and something else? It's understandable that Dillon, or anyone for that matter, would be upset at taking a life. But what if she's lying, and the accident wasn't an accident? Could Dillon have purposely hit Luna with her car that dark night? Anything is possible. And it's especially glaring that the show came at fans with this reveal out of left field. That's usually a sign that something fishy is going on underneath the surface. It's also sus that Lieutenant Baker hid the truth about the crash. There's something called full disclosure, and surely the police would have recorded this information somewhere. Maybe they didn't run to the media about it, but the facts of the case should be entered into the formal record where anyone can find it. Baker may suspect that Dillon did a hit and run, and it was no accident. Do you think he is building a case against her BTS? 2. Changing her phone number is a big red flag for Dillon. Sure, she told Elektra that she did that, but she has no need for privacy if no one can troll her about Luna's death. Her involvement hasn't been made public, so there is no threat of anyone hounding her. 3. Dillon said she tried to stop, but what if what she really meant was that she stepped on the gas? Let's face it, Luna terrorized Dillon. Even if we give Dillon the benefit of the doubt and assume she was terrified at the sight of Luna running at her, she still may have unconsciously wanted to hit her. Secondly, it's entirely possible that she did hit her on purpose, knowing full well what she was doing after all that Luna put her through. Tell us B&B fans, do you think that Dillon is putting on a goody two-shoes act to fool everyone?